Amid high tensions between Russia and the West on Ukraine, United States expressed its interest to hold talks with Russia, but has warned of massive consequences over any aggression, although the consequences will be in the form of financial sanctions. The statement comes after a latest White House assessment which says Russian President Vladimir Putin has not made any decision yet to invade Ukraine.
We have been clear as the United States, and just yesterday the 30 nations of the NATO alliance were clear in a statement that came out of the North Atlantic Council. We're prepared for dialogue with Russia. We've had dialogue with Russia on European security issues for the last 20 years. We had it with the Soviet Union for decades before that. That has sometimes produced progress, sometimes produced deadlock, but we are fundamentally prepared for dialogue. Russia has now put on the table its concerns with American and NATO activities. We're going to put on the table our concern with Russian activities that we believe harm our interests and values. That's the basis of reciprocity upon which you would pursue any kind of dialogue.
White House added that delivery of defense equipment to Ukraine will continue. Russia had increased its troop buildup along Ukraine over the last weeks.
We're, as we speak, continuing to deliver defensive assistance to Ukraine. Just last week, another package of that assistance arrived. More will be arriving. We have a pipeline. There is an absorptive capacity question, but we are constantly assessing additional needs that Ukraine has.
Earlier, Russia had said it was disappointed by the United States as Moscow wants to negotiate a legally binding agreement that would stop all NATO-led activities along the borders, while the US does not want to sit at the negotiating table without the NATO alliance. Meanwhile, tensions are running high between Russia and the United Kingdom. Moscow barred 7 British representatives from entering the country after UK issued sanctions on Russia sparked by the near-fatal poisoning of jailed Kremlin critic Alexei Navalny.
I told President Putin on Monday what I think everybody in the G7 and more widely is agreed, that if Russia were so rash, so mad as to engage in an invasion of sovereign territory of Ukraine, then there would be an extremely tough package of economic sanctions mounted by our allies, mounted by the UK and our friends around the world. There would also, of course, be support for Ukraine. There would inevitably be the build-up of NATO forces in the periphery regions, and as I told President Putin, I believe any such action would be catastrophic, not just for Russia and for Ukraine, but for the world.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.